Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We have category 3 for the fall 2022 FabFitFun spoilers. I know my videos come way later than everyone else's videos. That's because I do all of this. So I did get a comment on my last video, and I actually want to share how I come up with what information I actually put in videos and what information I do not put in videos, because there is a lot of information I don't put in videos that I find. So first of all, I look at reviews. I try to read a minimum of 50 for every single item. So I'm kind of summarizing a small sample of the reviews. Sometimes there's thousands of reviews and I'm only reading like 50, 60, 70 until basically I get tired of reading reviews or I see enough trends that I'm like, it's pretty obvious now. The next thing I share is like pretty simple, just like measurements. They directly come from the website. I also like to share if I find any articles about the business. So sometimes when I say this brand has a gift backstory or collaborated with this, it's usually like an article that I found about them doing something that's like humanitarian or give back or something like that. Sometimes that's on their own website where they say like, here are our partners, but other times I just search the company name and I try to see if they come up in the news. The third thing I do is I review ingredients, and what I do is I highlight each ingredient, I copy it, and then I paste it in websites that I trust about what the ingredients do. Like that give you kind of the science of the ingredients, and I can list some of those websites down below if you would like. If there is a controversial ingredient, which is where this comes up now because I got a comment that asked me to talk about the Babe Lash Serum, and it has prostaglandin analogs in it, or A1 prostaglandin analog. It's actually a synthetic one. And they said, what about that? What do you think about that? Because I didn't mention it in my video. I didn't mention it in my video on purpose because all the information I found one reliable source. Actually, the ingredient that we're talking about has no clinical research done on it really. But a lot of lash serums have prostaglandin analogs in them, and they do say, you know, these are potential side effects in like this small amount of a sample people in the total sample size or whatever. But the only one that's actually been clinically tested is the one that's in Latisse, and that one is not the same one that's in Babe Lash. So I can't give you any research. I could give you research on the Latisse one, but it wouldn't make sense. It's not the actual ingredient. So sometimes there are things that might be important, but that I don't really talk about. One, because it's going to take time in my video, and two, because I have to feel completely comfortable saying something on camera to you, giving you information. You're counting that my find and seek about the ingredients, you're counting on it, but also I have a limited amount of time, so I still make mistakes, and I have had to correct myself in the past. But when there's something like this where it's like too vague or there's not enough information about it, there's no point in me sharing it. So this is something that you will have to look up on your own if you have a concern about it. Thank you to the person that left the comment, because it gives me a chance to talk about it now and also talk to you about how I do my videos, and that I'm not giving you 100% of every single thing that I ever look into. I'm giving you 100% of everything that I feel comfortable giving you, because this is my platform and these are my words. Anyways, that was kind of a long rant, but I do try to give you the best of what I can give you, and like literally I hand write and type so much stuff, it's kind of crazy. So the amount of stuff I have to memorize and like talk about, I don't memorize all of it because I can look down at my notes every once in a while, but like it's already a lot. And I have to try to do it in like a week or two's time. So if there's something I feel like weird about sharing, I don't share it. Sometimes you get my personal opinion if I've tried the product, but most of the time I'm summarizing information for you that I just took time to do. And so if I don't feel comfortable summarizing some information, you guys don't get it. And thank you again to Statue86. I totally am, the rant is not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you asked me that. I'm actually really glad that you asked me that, because it gives me opportunity to share like why it's omitted from my channel. I've actually done this a lot. Like there's a lot of things that I don't share that I don't share on purpose because I don't feel ready to share it. It's like I don't have enough information to then give you that information, or I don't feel confident about it. So it's interesting that this is like the first time that someone's like, wait, you didn't mention this, but I guess probably because it's being mentioned elsewhere. But now let's get into customization 3, because I only have a few days left and I still have to do customization 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think I'm gonna try to put 4 and 5 together. I don't know, because there's a lot of products, but we'll see. Category 3 is still one of the categories that all members can customize. You can get additional items in this category for $12, so that's pretty good. pick up an extra one here or there if it's available for $12 extra. The first product is from Necessaire, and it's the Body Wash Eucalyptus. This comes in several scents, so I had to look up the reviews for eucalyptus. It actually said that it didn't really smell like eucalyptus, but it had an earthy scent, which I do think that eucalyptus has an earthy scent, but when you check out the ingredients list, patchouli is one of the last ingredients, like third to last. So definitely could be that too. That has a pretty strong earthy scent as well. This body wash, you're gonna get 8.4 ounces, which kind of is not a lot, but you get 8.4 ounces for $25, which is a lot. Like, that's pretty expensive for 8.4 ounces if you look at other body washes, but it's one of those kind of like spa bougie, like celebrities like it or influencers like it type body wash. This is water-based, and then the next ingredient I'm going to read because it's like super long, but it's sodium lauryl glucosides hydroxy propyl sulfonate. That is a biodegradable like sulfate alternative, so it does kind of give you that sudsy nature of soap. A lot of the reviews said you needed a loofah or scrubber or something to get the right sudsiness from it, but that you still got that. That's probably just because it's using a different type of, it's called like a surfactant, but it's using a different type, so it just might not produce like what you would normally get, like that's like super bubbly just from a normal hand wash, if you know what I mean, or normal soap. For ingredients, a lot of people in the comments also were mentioning how you're washing this off, so how are these anti-aging ingredients really working? So it does have niacinamide, which is vitamin B3, and that is an anti-aging ingredient. It's also kind of a moisturizing ingredient. It's really good for fine lines. It's really good for spot treating hyperpigmentation, stuff like that. So it is known when you just like kind of apply it as skincare to be an anti-aging ingredient. And people are saying like, if I'm just using this as body wash and putting it on and washing it off, is it really working? I don't know, because a lot of the reviews did say that they felt softer, brighter, like moisturized skin. So it does help with moisturization as well. There's antioxidants in a lot of things. It has vitamin E in this. So vitamin E is another moisturizing ingredient, also full of antioxidants. There's apple fruit extract, which is full of antioxidants. There's orange fruit extract, which is really good at firming. Really, there's a lot of antioxidants here. It also has green tea extract. That's one of my favorite ingredients. Very good at anti-inflammatory, also full of antioxidants. It also says like it's good for cellulite. Green tea extract has been known, like because the caffeine and other like stimulating properties of it, to be good for cellulite and things like that. So there's a lot of great ingredients for healthy skincare that I would use like on my normal skincare as masks and all of that. I do think you get some benefits from cleansers as well. It's not going to be the same benefit as if you leave something on like a serum, but if you're using that body wash every single day, of course it's still getting into your skin. This has a ton of oils. It has marula oil and meadow foam oil. Those are both really good for moisturizing. It also has something called cacao oil. That's actually a natural vitamin A. So vitamin A is retinol. This is like a natural form of it, and so it increases cell turnover. That's another anti-aging ingredient. It has eucalyptus oil, which it's named after. It also has patchouli oil. Those are both anti-inflammatory. Eucalyptus is also antiseptic and antibacterial, so it's like the anti-everything. It has a soothing oil known as Siberian fir oil. I don't know too much about that ingredient. I actually learned about it while looking up this particular product. And it also has ginger root oil, which is another one full of antioxidants. It's cruelty-free and it's vegan, so we love that. They also have like recyclable packaging, and a lot of the positives talked about how cool the packaging was. And then they do have a give back story because they belong to 1% for the planet. So 1% for the planet means that 1% of their profits is donated towards environmental causes. For the reviews, this has 4.5 star ratings with 1,500 reviewers, and there were positives mostly about the packaging, like I said, which I thought was kind of weird. That it's very moisturizing, that they saw like a difference in their skin from using it compared to other stripping, drying, different body washes like that. But they also said that it had an herbal scent, and some people like it and some people didn't like it. Some people said it was a light herbal scent or a light eucalyptus scent, and then other people were like, it's like strong and herbal or medicine-y or something like that. I think it has to do a little bit with that patchouli, because like earthy and herbal were used a lot, and I feel like that always happens when like there's patchouli in a candle or something. The negative trends were like just two things. The scent being too strong, too earthy, too medicinal, too herbal. That's it. Or that the product is not worth the price. We're getting it in a box. That means it's a reduced price. So we're not paying $25 for it. Just because it's not worth $25 does not mean it's not worth putting in your box. Next, we have something from Understated Leather and Free People. Free People is kind of like a clothing brand. Understated Leather is like, it's two brands making a collaboration, and it's some packing cubes. You get a set of 2. It's going to be 16 by 12, and that's for both of them. 16 by 12, and then one is 3.5, which is kind of a lot. And then the other one said 16, again, by 12, by 0.5, which is so little that I don't even understand what you would do with that. Like 0.5 is, there's got to be a mistake, right? I don't know, but that's what it said. And it is 100% polyester, has a cute little like paisley design. There's not much information other than that. Like that's all the information we have for those. Next we have something from Fenty Beauty. I do love Fenty Beauty. This is their Stunna lip paint long wear. I don't know, but it's in the color Unbutton. And I read reviews that hate the color and said this is too orange and too peach or too yellow. And then I read reviews that said this is the perfect nude. Lip color does actually change based on your own skin tone. So if you are too yellow or if you are too blue, like your undertones can actually have an effect of the way a color looks on your particular lips. Also, the color your lip is underneath probably has an effect as well. The reviews that were positive though, a lot of them said it was matte, like it dried down matte. They liked that. They also said it really is long lasting, long wear. I think I didn't even tell you the total. So it was 4.4 with 15,004 reviewers. Another thing they said was that it was very pigmented. Now negatives, like I said, again, the color got positives and negatives, but other negatives that were not on that was that it was very drying. Some people said instantly drying. Some people said they had to use lip masks after. So all of the comments were different, but they all basically were saying that it was drying. The MSRP for lip color is $26 and it is a cruelty-free and vegan brand. Next up we have a Lily Sadugi. So before we had a headband from this brand, and I do love it. But this time it's a set of sunglasses, the Brooklyn sunglasses. And if we do this, they're oversized tortoise sunglasses. We have a 5.8, which I believe would be this way. You know what I'm talking about. I was gonna say the legs, but I know they have a different name. And then 2.4, which would be each like lens or whatever, the circle part here. Words are not my strong suit today. Then 1.3, which would be the bridge between the nose. These are not polarized, but it does say you get 100% UVA and UVB protection. It also says it has little like cutouts. I cannot think of the right word, but basically you can put a chain to hold the glasses, to hold the sunglasses. You can attach a chain to that. For the material, it has 39% acrylic, 5% copper, 2% zinc, and then 54% of post-consumer recycled polyester. So that was the total. That's everything I have about these sunglasses. There's no reviews. Some of these things are made exclusively for FabFitFun or like in partnership, so you don't see a ton of reviews yet. This one didn't have any even on the website where they're selling it, like the manufacturer's website. Next up we have the Love AJ Carmella hoops, and they're $65. So when you look up the $65 ones, it's actually the mini Carmella. And they are 15 millimeters. Let's switch to my millimeter side. So it's gonna be like that. They say they're like Huggy style. And the person that started it is named Amanda Jane. So I just thought this was something cool to learn about her. She started the company, or she started selling jewelry when she was 14 years old, which is just like so girl boss and so cool. And that was 18 years ago. So this company has been around for 18 years. You do see some of them, like celebrities have worn some of them, stuff like that. They are brass and then gold plated. They're 18 karat gold plated, and then the posts are surgical steel, so they are hypoallergenic as well. So if you have any issues with that. They also say that they are waterproof, so you can wear them in the shower and you can wear them to bed. It says if you wear them in the shower and you wear them to bed, they'll last you about 6 months. If you don't wear them in the shower, take them off when you go to bed, you're gonna have a longer longevity, according to the website. So they use something called ion plating, and that's with 18 karat gold, and it's 0.1 micron of 18 karat gold. Then they have an E coating, and that is what makes them waterproof. So that's why you can wear them, and they're not gonna tarnish if you're wearing them in the shower or pool, or I don't know why. I do wear like this necklace in the shower, but I don't feel like I would ever wear earrings in the shower, because like when I'm washing my ears, I don't know that like that's a comfortable feeling, but maybe. Do you guys wear earrings to the shower? I don't know. Also, these are like hoops. It's not just like studs. I don't know. But you can wear them in the shower if you want to. just know you can extend your longevity if you choose not to. Next up, we have one that could be controversial. It's Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear did like a hair vitamin, Sugar Bear hair, and then now they have these Sugar Bear Deep Sleep vitamins. They're gummy vitamins. They look like cute little bears. These have a great flavor, and most people reviewing it don't like it. Don't like the flavor. I feel like when you make it gummy, you gotta make it taste really good, because then, you know, that's the whole point of it being a gummy versus like a pill that you swallow, but I don't know. Anyway, there's some people maybe just don't like the grape flavor anyways. Like grape anything, not just specifically these. But this one's a little bit controversial. It is also restricted to the UK and Canada. I can't ship these out. The reason I say it's controversial is because it contains some ingredients. Some of them are like natural. For example, melatonin is something we release naturally. It actually helps with our circadian rhythm. As when we have darkness, our body starts to produce that, and then like opposite when the light comes on in the morning or the sun comes up or whatever, we start to produce cortisol, and it's like your wake-sleep cycle. So melatonin is really known to regulate that wake-sleep cycle. But there's some other ingredients like 5-HTP. 5-HTP is in this, and that reduces anxiety. It's calming. It actually is the building block for serotonin. Serotonin is one of our neurotransmitters. So 5-HTP turns into serotonin, and that is like a mood booster. Serotonin is good. Dopamine and serotonin are both like mood neurotransmitters, right? But if you take 5-HTP long term, both dopamine and serotonin, the building blocks, are catalyzed by the same enzyme. So that enzyme is LAAAD, stands for L-aromatic amino acid decarbylase or something like that. Whatever, just LAAAD. That is the enzyme that works for both serotonin and for dopamine. If you're taking 5-HTP and you're just taking it for a really long time, you could actually be affecting your production of dopamine because you're kind of like overdoing your production of serotonin. There's a lot of science behind it, and I am not a doctor. I am not a person that like fully understands all of this, but when I've researched how long can you take 5-HTP, most of the time it suggests that you don't take it long term. So if you are using these gummies, it would have to just be more of a short-term solution rather than something that you could take every day. They do say you get 60 gummies. That is a 30-day supply because like the standard is taking 2 gummies. There's a couple other ingredients in here as well. I might not pronounce them correctly, but I did read about what they do and found good sources for them. So one is L-theanine or theanine. Somebody out there can correct me. That ingredient increases GABA or GABA. And then there's also valerian root. Obviously that's kind of like, if you've heard about valerian root, you know it's like a natural calming thing. Also increases GABA, GABA. With that increase, that also means serotonin and dopamine increase. And those are just like relaxing, feel-good type things. That is how you get the calming. Like all of these things are good for anti-anxiety as well. So you get kind of like a calming feel. They also have magnesium. Magnesium's known to be calming. It's also calming for your muscles. You have to be careful because if you're on any anti-anxiety medication or if you're on any sleep medication, you really shouldn't be taking it with these types of supplements. So if you are on anything else, I would consult a doctor. It also says you shouldn't take it if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So whenever there's anything like that, you have to be really careful and like really research all the interactions and everything, especially if you're taking something else. So I usually try to just pick the ingredient I want. So if I just want melatonin, I just buy melatonin on its own rather than getting a gummy like this that has like a mixture of so many things, or just like buy biotin on its own or something like that. When you get a mixture, you're kind of like, I don't know, increasing your risk of like interaction. But because this has a mixture, like multiple things are helping you with your sleep. So this is going to obviously be like your call. For reviews, in Target has a 4.4 star rating, and then on Ulta has a 3.8 star rating. I don't know why the difference. I don't know if the quality is different or what. Most of the reviews, especially like the positive ones, say it helped them sleep or it made them tired, made them drowsy. Some people said it didn't help them sleep and then it actually made them feel groggy the next day. So that I did find that in the negatives, but most of the negatives are it tastes horrible. And people described it as grape. Some people described it as grape, not everyone, but a lot of people just said it's awful. But it could just be people hate grape flavor? I don't know. It's not my favorite flavor, that's for sure. Another thing for the negatives is some people said that it gave them bad dreams. It was 3 people, but I only read like 50, 60 reviews, so I still like feel like that's enough. Next brand has the name Asn Hat. Never heard of them. This is their Harper hat in the color oatmeal, which I think is a cute color name. And then it has a little braid around the hat, which I also think is really cute. The circumference of this hat is 23 inches. So like you could do this yourself and put it on your head. It's actually like a pretty good size for my head. I used to think I had a big head, and then I would mention my hat size, and then some of you would be like, your head's not big, my head's big. So I don't know, but it fits my head at 23. And then the brim, I guess I have to look right here, is 3.5. So you can imagine like that's how far off my head it would come too. 3.5 inches like that. And another way you can measure it is to go across. So this is like 15.35. And that would be like this way, right? Brim to brim. It's probably not like super flat like this. You probably just like imagine it maybe like that. I don't know. And then 3.94, which is how high it is. Maybe sticking off my head? I don't know. Or from the base. Whatever. About 4 inches this way. This one is 91% polyester, 8% acrylic, and then 1% wool. On their About Me, it says that they have like a sustainable, cruelty-free way of getting wool. I didn't know that there was not a cruelty-free way of getting wool, because I always thought you just shave the animal. That's all I have on this because they don't have reviews. It's probably also just a FabFitFun collaboration that they did specifically for FabFitFun, because there's not even one review. The next 3 items are all from the same brand. It happens to be a brand that I really love, and I can prove that I really love it right now because I can show you how many Living Proof products I own. This is probably just a sample because I've also had shampoos and conditioners that I've already used up. I obviously like the Restore line the most, and I think 2 of them are from the Restore line in this like category. First of all, for all 3, the same things apply. It's cruelty-free, it's vegan, it's paraben-free, also formaldehyde-free. I didn't even know things still had formaldehyde in them, but it's formaldehyde-free. Kind of scary. Gotta look up which things those might be. It's also going to be phthalate-free, sulfate-free, which is important for hair care, silicone-free, also important for hair care, and I think that was it. That was the list of like what all of the Living Proof products are. The first one is called the Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray. I do have like pretty much the whole Restore line, but I do not have the Perfecting Spray. This is a $29 MSRP and you get 8 ounces. It basically acts as a heat protectant, a detangler, and it provides UV protection, so it's protecting you from a natural environment as well. If we talk about the ingredients that are like the active ingredients or the ones that are promoting like the healthy hair growth, it has beetroot extract. That's good for healthy hair growth. Then it has brown seaweed. That one is listed as Alara esculenta. It doesn't actually say brown seaweed, but that's really full of antioxidants, and antioxidants are providing you that like environmental protection benefit, right? So UV benefit, all of that. Like antioxidants are really what's helping you against like a protection from the natural environment. It also has hydrolyzed carob seed extract, and that has something called serotonia, and it goes into your hair and then provides moisture from within, which is really cool. And that gives you like extra moisturized feel to it, which probably helps with the detangling and all the other stuff that it says that it does. It also has cacao oil, I think that's how you say it, C-A-C-A-Y oil. That's another moisturizing ingredient as well. Let's talk about reviews. Overall, it does have pretty good reviews, 4.5 stars, 2,025 reviewers. But the positives say it detangles, they say it smells great. Great scent. Actually, I love this entire line, the Restore line, because I love the scent. And that it like really works for thick hair. A lot of thick, coarse hair, people said it really worked for their hair. And then there were positives that said, oh, shiny, soft hair. For the negatives, people said it was drying. It's not for fine hair. Or the last thing, and I think this might be the worst one, is you have to wash your hair too often. Because it said it'll really help with detangling, it really helps and it works really well day of, and then basically your hair is just a disaster after. There was more than one person, they didn't all say it like that, but they all were saying like, yeah, this is great on the day you use it, but then you literally have to wash your hair the next day or else it's tangled or knotted or like all these other words that sound awful. And I could not wash my hair every day. That would be so drying. So if you already wash your hair every day, that probably is not a big negative for you. It's just a huge negative for me. And it was in enough reviews that I was like, red flag this one for me, you know? And I love this line, but maybe that's why I never got that product. I don't know. I literally feel like I have all the other ones here. The The next Living Proof product that FabFitFun posted was not from this line. It's their No Frizz Vanishing Oil. They say it's lightweight and it absorbs quickly. That's why I think they call it the Vanishing Oil. And this one is supposed to help mostly with frizz. A lot of the positive reviews did say they saw a difference in frizz. It's all the same things before, like I said, vegan, cruelty-free, like all the formaldehyde-free, you know, what we mentioned before. All of them are going to have that exact same benefit. And the MSRP for this one is $30 for 1.7 ounces. And this says it has 5 oils that mimic your natural hair oils. Moringa oil, sea buckthorn berry oil, calabash oil, which is like an African plant or fruit or something. It also had jojoba oil and then basabu oil. So all 5 of those mixed together is supposed to be mimicking your own natural hair oils. I don't really know how true that is. I couldn't find enough information. This is just the claim that Living Proof is making. I tried to see like what oils mimic your natural hair oils and I literally couldn't find anything. So just I think maybe mixing them together, they're saying, is what makes it the same makeup as our natural hair oils. It also has a couple other cool ingredients. It has bis-ethyl isoteramide. If I butchered that, apologies. I do my best. Some of these words are complicated and even harder when you're just talking to a camera lens. But that basically repairs damaged hair and like really helps repair keratin. And then it has coconut alkanes, which is like the fatty acid of coconut oil. I think coconut oil is great for hair. I don't like it for skincare. Like I don't like it on my face, but I love it in my hair. This one's reviews were 4.4 star. Again, that's pretty high. Living Proof gets pretty good reviews with 562 reviewers. They said it had a nice scent, a natural scent. One person described it as light tea tree. I love tea tree. And there were also positive reviews about the dropper or the packaging. There was positive reviews saying it did reduce frizz. That's what it says it's supposed to do. So I would hope that some of the reviews would say that. But for the negatives, some people said it wasn't moisturizing enough, or that it didn't really reduce frizz long term. It wasn't long lasting benefits to reduction of frizz. Those were the main complaints overall. Some also said that they had to use too much product, like it took too much oil or too much, there was a dropper, so like they had to like keep using the dropper and they thought like they were using way too much oil for the results they wanted. It's supposed to be lightweight and absorb right away, so maybe it was just absorbing and then they kept putting more. I don't know. I don't have this product, so I can't actually give my personal review, but I saw those negative comments in more than one review, so that's why they're in here. This one's also restricted to the UK. I don't know what ingredient, what ingredient or what part of the product makes it restricted to the UK, but it's restricted to the UK. The other Living Proof, both the other Living Proof products are not. The next Living Proof product I have, it is also part of the Restore line. It is their Repair Mask. And you get 6.7 ounces for $38. I can even show you like consistency. I can show you everything for this. Again, this is silicone free, vegan, cruelty free, formaldehyde free, all the things free that I said before. And then this one's thick, is like what that mask is like. So it's like really thick, creamy consistency. So why I think it has that consistency is it has something called a Takuma seed butter. And this is from the Amazon, like literally the Amazon forest. This one's full of amino acids. I did talk about that when I talked about the lash serum, when I didn't talk about the ingredient you guys wanted me to talk about, but amino acids basically are the building blocks to protein. Your hair is 85% to 90% actually made up of keratin, which is a protein, and that's made of a lot of essential and non-essential amino acids. This one has like 9 amino acids in its ingredient list, so that is probably promoting like healthy keratin in your hair. And then it also has a patented Living Proof ingredient. So Living Proof has their own, like they have 3 patented ingredients that they say is like science or whatever. I'm just gonna give you the abbreviation, which is OFPMA, because it's long and confusing and difficult to say, and we already have enough difficulty pronouncing things on this channel. What they say it does, they say it's a frizz reduction molecule. This also has glycolic acid that is able to penetrate your hair and moisturize your hair, so that's another great ingredient. Let's talk about the reviews for this one. It has 720 reviews with a 3.9 star average. It's not the best. Anything I think below 4 is not great. I've used this product once, and the reason the bottle's still full, I loved the thickness. I actually did feel like it made a difference in my hair. I do think that I saw results, but and many of the negative reviews agree with me, it's really hard to wash out of your hair. So there's some kind of like a film or like waxy feel to it that like, I don't know, maybe you have to like deeply cleanse your hair after using it, or there's a specific type of cleanser you need to use after using it, but just regular shampoo or conditioner to get it out was not working. And it's silicone free, which is the thing that I usually avoid in hair care because I don't like that film feeling. So you only leave this on for 5 minutes, but I still had a really hard time getting it out of my hair. So that's why my bottle is still like so full. And then when I looked up the comments, that's what most people were saying. Some people also said drying for negatives. Positives did say that it was working, like it was moisturizing and all that. And I do feel like my hair, other than the fact that it had the feel to it, looked healthier after. So if you find a good way to get it washed out, it might actually be a really great product. But I didn't want to do the work to find the right shampoo or conditioner to use that will like strip that out of my hair. I feel like this might be the longest video yet. So there's still a throwback item. There were so many ingredients to talk about because there's a lot of skincare and body care and hair care in this one. So I feel like this might be the longest video yet. There is one more item. It is a throwback item. Luckily, there's not too much information about this item, but it's from Michael Kors. It is a beanie. It has a little cute pom-pom. It's got a ribbed design. It also has the MK and like a little silver, you know, thing on the side, like charm. I don't know what else to call it. And then let me give you the measurements. So it's 9 by 8.5. Maybe it's 9 this way and 8.5 this way. That makes the most sense because of the pom-pom. But 9 by 8.5. Actually, yeah, that does make the most sense. 9 by 8.5. This product is 100% acrylic. They also say it's hand wash, lay flat to dry. So it says reshape and lay flat to dry. That is too much work for me, which is why I don't own this throwback. I also have a lot of acrylic beanies already that I love, so I didn't really need one. And so this came in fall 2021, so it was not fall, winter 2021. And so some of you may have it. So if you want to put in the comments down below what you love or don't love about it, that helps other people out. There you go, that is category 3. I am going to do my best to get 4 and 5, and hopefully they can fit in one video. If they can't, I'm going to have to do 2 separate videos and edit 2 separate videos up. I might not get 6 up by first day of customization, but I will get 6 up before the end of customization. We're trying our best. We're trying our hardest. Like I said, I do a lot, like a lot of writing and reading and website after website, and honestly, like, I don't even know how my brain retains this much information. FabFitFun spoilers is like a crazy time for my brain. But it's also fun, and I like to know about the product before I choose them, so I'm already kind of doing it. It's just getting it on paper, getting to decide what I'm going to share with you and what I'm not, of what I found. That part is the time consuming part because I'm already doing the rest of it. Like, I'm already looking up the products because I want to know about them. There's only a handful so that I'm like, oh, I definitely don't want that. So then I don't have to look it up. But if I'm obviously making these videos, I add it to looking it up just because I don't want it doesn't mean you guys wouldn't want it. That's it. That's category 3. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to choose. Let me know in the comments anything. Honestly, comments help my video. I actually had like a hate comment on my last video, and my response was like, it's fine, because every single comment helps the YouTube algorithm. YouTube can't tell the difference between a negative and a positive comment, so that's fine. If you want to leave me something negative and be like, your face is awful, please do. I don't care. It used to hurt my feelings a lot when I got negative comments on YouTube, but now that I've been on here for like 2 years, I mean, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. I can block people, that's all I can do. And the YouTube love has always outweighed the negative comments, even though like the negative ones hurt more than the positive ones, but when you have like 80 positive and 1 negative, then you're just like, okay, it's this person's having a bad day, you know? Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Look out for category 4. I might do category 4 early for my channel members too. Or maybe I'll do category 6 early for my channel members. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try to do another one early for them. So I haven't decided which one yet. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!